Hi, welcome to the Shelley Studio, and today's video is a collaboration video with by Shannon Green and Gina B. Aaron's Designs. So we are creating a project using Gina's products for Shannon's custom keeper. So I've picked a piece of paper from her Mega Bundle set. I will try to remember to put the link below. And actually a couple of them, and I'm gonna try and create, I think they call it a dashboard. It's just like a hard piece that you would have in your journal in case you needed to write something and you needed a stiffer surface. I think that's what they're used for. I don't know. People have been making dashboards, and so I figured I would give it a try. So I've got some heavy watercolor paper that I am gluing the piece of paper onto Gina's designed paper, painty papers, just so that I have a stiff board. And I'm just using dry glue. I'm not using matte medium or anything because I don't want it to ripple. I want it to be nice and flat. And it takes a lot of glue to glue that on. I'm just getting it lined up. And then just using an old card. That is not my AARP card, by the way. It was my mother's. Alright, so I must have forgot to film. I just used the scraps to cover the back, and I just have one little piece of scrap that's not quite excuse me, not quite big enough to cover that area, so we'll have to come up with something. So in case you don't know, Gina B. Aaron's has a design team, and we're all creating projects for Shannon's custom keepers. So I will put the links down in the description box below so you can see theirs. We've done 2 previous projects, and I'll try to remember to put a link for those if you're interested in seeing what else we did with the custom keeper. And now the challenge was to use a stamp, so I'm using a digi stamp. Is that cheating? Anyway, this is a digital stamp design you can find in Gina's shop on Etsy, and they're so cute. So I wanted to use her and put her on my dashboard. So I'm using Prismacolor watercolor pencils that I got on clearance when Hobby Lobby was doing their big clearance sale of lots of art supplies. I started coloring her. I did red because she's got a red heart, and then I do green because there's green on the Mega Bundle piece of paper that I've got in there, thinking, you know, that's good colors. And then I started thinking it was going a little Christmassy. But I don't think it looks Christmassy in the end. See, here's where I go in with the green. Looking Christmassy, right? I fixed that. And I'm just adding lots of different shades of green and yellow. I think I get a little yellow and orange in there too. You can always skip past the coloring if you don't like that part. If it's too tedious. But I'm almost done now. Almost done. Now this next part I am adding water to them because they are watercolor pencils. I'm so sorry this section is blurry. I can't tell when I'm recording, and I didn't notice that it had gone out of focus. But it's a really short spot, but if the blurriness bugs you, just zip past the watercolor part. So like I said, the design team is all doing projects. There'll be links below, and there'll be links to Shannon Green's Etsy store and Gina B. Aaron's Etsy store, and I believe they are having discounts along with this collaboration, so those will be in the description box below. And if they're not, there's my discount, and I will have that down there too. I think their discount's going to be bigger than mine. So, I think not too Christmassy, right? With the yellow. Alright, the blurry part's almost over. There we go. Okay, so I decided to use, this color is called mint or something, mint green. Just craft paint. It's probably apple barrel. I think that's what I get at my Walmart. And then I wanted to add some yellow. I'm not good at painting with my fingers. They just look like finger painted blobs. But it doesn't look too bad in the end. Of course, I cover it up with other fun stuff. Alright, so once it's dry, I decided to repeat the pattern that she had going on the one piece of paper and cover up some of that yellow. Re-emphasize those ones. And really, I'm just playing around. I wasn't sure I liked it, so I figured, why not just smush it with the piece of paper and see what happens. That's a Shannon Green technique right there. Alright, so I have this rainbow washi tape. So much fun. Can't quite get the effect when you put it on colored paper, but I believe I got this set at Michael's. I need any more washing tape. I don't. But it was so cute. And I just thought I wanted, one more element on there, right? And this is the back side of the project. It's not even the front side. But you're going to see both sides when you turn the pages in the custom keepers, so might as well make them both nice, more fun. Alright, is that enough washi tape? That's enough washi tape. Trimming the edges. I didn't want to fold it on to the other side because I have plans for that side too. So I have some butterfly stickers. They're actually kind of cardstock thickness. They didn't need to be for this project. They're just what I had. So they're going on. In fact, for this project, the flatter the better. So... but they're not too bad. Alright, now figure out which side is the top front and work on that. So pulling out some more washi tape. Decided the little girl that I drew, it's got to have something to stand on. And this washi tape on here was in some Happy Mail that I got a long time ago from Cindy Utter. Probably doesn't even remember she sent it to me. She didn't really know me at the time, so. Trying to decide where I want her to go. Oh, just noticed I missed a spot. Snip, little haircut, there we go. Now I want it to sit in the Custom Keeper Easy, and you noticed I did those 2 pieces of watercolor and left a gap. That's so that area is a little bit more bendy. So now I'm punching, half circles into it and then rounding it off. Don't want any points to like poke anything. I've got my corner rounder and I'm going to round off the other corners. Now this is all in preparation because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to laminate it. And then I decided it needed some ink around the edges. So I have just a cheap laminator that somebody actually gave me. And I'm going to take it to the laminator. And I do run it through twice, trying to make sure it's good and sealed. And so here it is, laminated. Now around the edges there's a little bit of an air gap. You can't avoid that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it, but I'm going to leave enough space to make sure that it is still sealed. So I'm looking at it carefully, making sure I don't cut into the air pocket that's right there. And if you do, it'll start to separate on you. You don't want that. So this will protect it from any crazy stuff I might do in my Custom Keeper. And if I need a hard surface, it's there. And it's laminated, so I could like stick spare post-it notes or washi tape or something on there to hold it for me. So a few ideas of what to do with this little dashboard. But I don't want the plastic to cut into the elastics that the pages are held in with. That's another reason I put the little half circles, and then I'm going to punch them too. See, I'm going to circle punch. Not as deep. I want to make sure I don't open anything up there. A little bit smaller circle would have been handy maybe. And then just rounding off those edges. They're quite pokey. There we go. Okay. So this is how it's going to fit. And I decided I needed to crease the fold parts. It's kind of hard to do it through plastic, but every little bit helps. And then I decided I was just going to go in like centimeter increments or whatever and just make it so that it will curve rounded if I need it to. There it is. Decide to crease it a little bit with my bone folder. There, now it will stay in place. So don't forget to check out the links below for the other design team members. I hope you liked that. Hope it gives you some ideas. Check out Shannon Green and Gina's Etsy store. Lots of fun stuff there. And if you did like this video, please hit like. Feel free to share, comment. And if you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.